Hello, everyone. Welcome to another 30-minute Katonah style pranayama and meditation. Today's class is again inspired by an archetype card that I pulled, which I'll read in just a moment. And it's going to be a little bit of a simpler practice. We're going to repeat a few exercises, and connected to the card, the purpose of this practice is to help reconnect you with your own sense of prana, sense of energy, and not even just connecting you to that, allowing you to drink in that energy, take in that energy. So the card that I pulled, and I pulled this during my group coaching program, Your Stellar Center. The card is the NECTAR. You can see that one. And I will read the meaning now. So the nectar, the medicine, the elixir, the garden. In Hindu mythology, there is a miraculous substance known as amrit, or nectar, that contains infinite healing power. This golden nectar, or sacred elixir, is the drink of immortality, and like its sister substance, soma, is known to activate subtle, intelligent forces that ease the mind, body, and spirit. Though esoteric, these images lead us to the central energy of this archetype, the sweet, potent, heavenly essence that lubricates our spirit back to life. The nectar card calls us to identify and relish in the places, practices, people, and activities that regenerate and heal. Medicine is needed, and it comes in subtle form that you may be overlooking. Seek the most sensuous, fragrant flower in the garden you may have forgotten. Don't underestimate this remedy. It is said when someone has activated this substance within, it is reflected in their shimmering eyes. When light, glowing, relaxed, subtle illumination. When dark, fixation on fixing, or an aggressive approach to healing. So, in connection with this card, this practice is going to encourage you to reconnect with that nectar, that substance within yourself. And we can stimulate that by these more active breathwork practices, which we're going to do a few of, and then sit in and drink that in a more passive or more inward breathwork practice. So go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable seat. I'm going to move how I'm seated, sit up on a block. I like to sit the block the long, low way so that both of my buttock bones have a place to land. And then I have a blanket underneath my seat. You can pull the flesh away from your sitting bones and just take a moment to find your center, find your perineum. So that's the pelvic floor pointing straight down. Close your eyes, take a moment to go in and do a quick inventory or temperature check as to where you're at right now, especially in connection with this idea of the nectar, of essence, of that shimmering glow. Where do you feel you stand there? There's no bad or good, wrong or right. It's all just information, and it's something that always exists on a spectrum. We always exist on a spectrum. Take a full breath in and a complete breath out. Open up your eyes. We're going to start with an exercise that's meant to open our metaphorical windows and fan the flame, open the lungs, stoke the fire. So you'll grab onto opposite elbows. And as you inhale, you'll bring this frame up around your head. And as you exhale, you'll close it down. So it's an in and an out. And I'm breathing in and out through the nose here. So it's a bellows breath, a Bhastrika breath, equal inhale and exhale. Once you've got the movement and you feel comfortable with it, you can go ahead and close your eyes and really pump the breath in and out, keeping a tight hold on your elbows so the integrity of your frame stays intact. And know that this practice, or this piece of the practice, is meant to be a little agitating. This is our more fiery, our more yang portion, and there will be a moment of stillness after this, or a few moments of stillness after this. And to really get the most, to most appreciate that stillness, that yin, we need to work the yang. So in and out, in and out. Go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. You can reach the arms up. Keep the hold on the elbows. Sip in 3 more little sips of air like you're sipping through a straw. Hold the breath full. Hold it right. And then exhale. Imagine the breath shooting out the crown of the head, like you're popping the cork to a champagne bottle. Let your arms release down. Either palms or backs of the thighs or backs of the hands can land on the thighs. And if you opened your eyes, go ahead and close them and come back in. So this next piece will be a little bit more passive. I'm going to ask you to use your imagination more than your physicality, as we move the breath, move the awareness with that inner eye. So as you inhale, imagine fire rising up your back. That's your effort, your strength, the movement forward. And as you exhale, imagine rain like grace raining down your front, receiving the gifts of that effort. Inhale, imagine fire rising up your back. Exhale, imagine rain, grace, those gift waves falling down your front. Inhale, fire rising up your back. Exhale, grace descends down your front. Continue to move through this breath wrap using this imagery for a few more cycles. Letting yourself start to weave a cocoon for yourself. And starting to really go in. Absorbing any of the energy that you may have created for through our first exercise. Almost as if you were sipping that sweet nectar that will revive you back to life, to greater health. Take another 3 rounds by yourself. And then open your eyes, move into our second, more active exercise. So if you've done my class before, you may have done this. This one I like to imagine we're cracking a shell that's behind us. So bring your fists together, your elbows point straight out. They should be level. It's nice that I have the screen in front of me. I can see myself. Maybe you have a screen or a mirror. You can just make sure those elbows are level. And then as you inhale, your heart pulls forward, the elbows draw back like you're cracking through a shell, or you're opening up the spine, opening up the heart. And then exhale, round together, fists come in. So it's an in and an out, in, out. And again, we pump the breath with the movement, and we challenge ourselves to go a little bit faster than maybe feels comfortable. We're using that same Bastrika breath, the in and the out through the nose, as we did in our first exercise. And through this one, I like to imagine, like I mentioned, that I'm breaking through a shell. So if there's anything that's been weighing on you, it's been like a monkey on your shoulder or a weight on your shoulders, something in your past that you feel is taking too much of your time and your energy, just go ahead and let that go here. Push it off. So it's more of this active, get off my back. In and out, in and out. Go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath full. And exhale, release the arms down. Keep the eyes closed. Let yourself start to absorb the benefit, the shift from that practice. We're going to move through that more passive breath technique once again, where you're using your imagination to create the cocoon for your physical and energetic bodies. As you inhale, imagine fire rising up your back. It's effort. As you exhale, let grace descend down your front like rain. Inhale, fire rising up your back. Exhale, release like rain. Grace descends down your front. Inhale, fire rises. Exhale, grace descends. Taking a few more rounds of this breath. Wrapping yourself up. Drinking in the prana, the energy, the nectar of the practice. And then open up your eyes. We're going to move back to the first active technique where we grab down to the elbows. Inhale, arms raise up. Exhale, arms raise down. So just go ahead and close your eyes and begin. Since this is the second time we're doing this, maybe you can drop in a little bit quicker. You can get into a flow, connecting your breath and your movement, feeling yourself really grease that joint of the shoulders. So in and out, in and out. So there's two metaphors or two images that you can use here. I mean, there's infinite, but the two that I like to play with are one, that you're opening up your windows. So you're opening up the windows of your body. You're letting some fresh air, some fresh energy in, like you do after you've cleaned house or after winter when the windows have been closed. Or you can play with the imagery of fire, like you are a giant bellows and you are fanning that flame of the fire within you. So pick the metaphor that resonates more strongly with you today, and then work it for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in, hold the breath full. Take in 3 more little sips of air like you're sipping through a straw. Exhale, release the breath, release the arms. And time to go in. We're going to work with a different breath wrap here. We did this one last week. It's called the breath of the seasons. As you inhale, imagine spring rising up your front. So that new growth, sprouts, flowers coming out of the earth. Hold the breath full for summer ripening above you. So the long days, the harvest. Exhale, fall descends down your back. So the leaves fall, the days shorten, the temperatures cool. And then hold empty for winter beneath you. That cave of insight, that time that we go in, and there's a death of sorts. Before we begin it all again, inhale, spring rises up your front. Hold the breath full for summer above you. Exhale, let fall descend down your back. Hold the breath empty for winter beneath you. Inhale, spring rises up your front. Hold the breath full for summer above you. Exhale, fall descends down your back. Hold the breath empty for winter beneath you. Continuing to move through this wrap at your own pace. Letting your imagination deepen the metaphor, deepen the imagery. Keeping that connection with the inhale, the hold, the exhale, the hold. Allowing yourself to recharge. Taking another 2 rounds. Then opening up your eyes, and we'll come into the cracking the shell movement again. So as you inhale, your chest comes forward, your elbows back, you're cracking that shell. As you exhale, you go in, you protect yourself. In and out, pumping the breath. If there's something that you're working with, that you're working to release, to break through, to let go of, you can call that to mind here and let the movement, the physical movement, but also the breath help you move through it. We're almost to the end here, so just keep going, even if it gets a little challenging, if your arms are tired, if the breath becomes more of an effort, just keep going. We put out that effort so then we can bask in the gifts of grace. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and a breath out. Release the hands down, keep the eyes closed. Keep that focus in. Inhale, imagine spring rising up your front. new life, new energy, new growth. Hold the breath full for summer above you. And then exhale, release, let autumn descend down your back. Let the fall descend down your back. Hold the breath empty for winter beneath you. Inhale, spring rises up your front. Hold the breath full for summer above you. Exhale, release. Autumn descends down your back. Hold the breath empty for winter beneath you. Continuing to move through this breath of the seasons, this breath wrap at your own pace. Maybe elongating the inhale, elongating the hold, elongating the exhale. And allowing yourself to drink in the energy of your practice. Whatever that means for you, whatever medicine, whatever nectar you need in this moment, allow yourself to receive it. Taking another 2 rounds through this wrap. And then we'll open the eyes for our final active practice. We're going to reach the arms up into a V. I'm sorry you can't see my hands on the screen, but I'm making my hands into little cups, arms up into a V, nice and strong. And we're going to switch the breath that we're doing. It's going to be a breath of fire. So it's a sharp exhale out through the nose, using the belly to pump the breath out. And unlike the bellows breath, where it's an equal inhale and exhale, this breath, the focus is on the exhale. So we're ending with this practice to clear out anything that came up, anything that might be stagnant that's ready to come up and out. So we'll together take a deep breath in. Together, take a full breath out. Close your eyes if they're open, and then take a breath in halfway and begin to pump the breath all on the exhale. So out, 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 out. Using both the physical movement of this posture, so that active exhale, the movement of the breath, and also your imagination to clear out anything that may be prohibiting your healing, that may be that fixing or that forcing or that aggressive approach. Just letting that clear out so that the natural process of your body's innate wisdom can continue to unfold. So out, 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 out. Just keep going, even when it gets a little bit challenging. Let yourself keep going. Keep up that effort. We're almost there. Go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Hold the breath full above you. Hook the thumbs. Take in 3 more little sips like you're sipping through a straw. 3 more little sips. 1 more sniff. Squeeze the pelvic floor up and in like you're sealing your bottom, and then exhale, release the breath out the crown of the head. Let the arms come down. Allowing yourself a moment to sit here, to notice any shifts, any changes. any energy that may have been created, any energy that may have been let go. And our final, more passive, more inward technique that we're going to work with is a wrap that goes through the heart space. So we're going to use the imagination to draw a figure eight or an infinity sign around the body, where that central point of connection is in the middle of your chest, in the middle of your heart. So you'll inhale, imagine the breath going from the left shoulder bone through the center of your sternum, or the bottom center of your sternum, out through the right nipple, wrapping around your right side, and then coming in through your right shoulder bone, crossing over that central point in your sternum, and then out through your left nipple, wrapping around your left arm, your left shoulder, to enter back in through the left shoulder blade. Inhaling, sending that breath forward through the right nipple, letting it wrap around, exhaling, right shoulder blade to left nipple. Continuing to trace this infinity sign through your body, wrapping your center, wrapping your heart in this nourishing, healing energy. This practice is also said to stimulate the thymus gland, which is the center of our immunity. Knowing that your true resilience comes from not brute strength, but from your heart. Taking another few rounds, breathing long and deep as you flush this channel. When you feel ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes, coming back into your space. You're noticing what may have shifted simply within you. Taking a moment to thank yourself for taking this time. I thank you for taking this time. And I hope to see you in another class soon.